Victory tastes good. Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Sierra and I just finished my first semester at the University of Alabama. Roll Tide. And so I just wanted to do a first semester freshman year reflection thing and just talk about everything. So I finished my finals yesterday morning. I'm actually leaving for my flight to go home in less than 2 hours. And I rated all my professors on ratemyprofessor.com. You're welcome if you're coming here. This is probably going to be a long chatty video. I made a list because I literally didn't want to forget anything, but I definitely probably am because, yeah. Academically, this semester, I did pretty good. I love economics because I'm a business major, marketing major. My teacher is great. He showed us YouTube videos of roller coasters and game shows, and I am done with math forever. I took business calculus and I aced it and I finished, and like it's just so crazy because math is something that was in my life for 13 years. Like every single year, no matter what, I knew math was gonna be there, and now it's all over. So if you're struggling and if you're wondering like when is this gonna end and the end seems so far away and not possible, trust me, the torture will end. Not soon, but it will end. I am so glad math is over and I never have to take a math class again in my life unless grad school requires it, but I really hope it doesn't because that would be awful and I'd probably cry, but it's okay. History is stupid. I'm just gonna say that. Like American history, love it, but yeah, it's stupid. Oh, and if you didn't know, you can learn leadership lessons from jazz. Yes, you can. That's all I have to say about that class I took. That's literally it. Okay, so this semester I joined the UADM, which stands for University of Alabama Dance Marathon, and there's dance marathons all across the country at different colleges. Dance Marathon is a fundraising organization that raises money for Children's Miracle Network hospitals, and we specifically fundraise for the Children's of Alabama in Birmingham, that hospital, and it's just been really fun and a really great experience. I'm on the first year committee, so it's actually like really big, and that one it's like kind of hard to meet people just because there's so many of us. There's like over 200 girls, and when we go to meetings it's in a lecture hall and it kind of feels like a class, but it's okay. But it's just been fun like volunteering and going to the events and meeting other people, and everyone's just so passionate about what Dance Marathon is doing, everything it's helping with, and how amazing it is. I'm excited to get more involved with that. I'm hoping next semester to get involved in one of the marketing committees since I'm a marketing major, and I think that'd be really cool to like tie in my community service and philanthropy with what I'm doing in the future. Also this semester I was in AMA, which is American Marketing Association, and it was expensive. The dues. That's just really cool because they just had cool people come in and talk about like what they do, like good speakers. They had Google come in, they had this lady come in who's like the CEO of her own marketing company. Yeah, it's really cool. This one I want to talk about a little bit because when you go into college, obviously one of the main things everyone's going to tell you is to get involved. Get involved, get involved, get involved. Which is very true. It helps you meet people, especially if you're going somewhere out of state, or even if it's in state, you're probably a lot of people there you don't know, and getting involved is a good way to meet people. So I wanted to get involved in a campus ministry. At the beginning of the year, I'd heard really good things about this campus ministry from colleges in Florida, so I was like, I'll check it out. And so I went, and I went there for August through end of October, and I even joined a small group, and I went to their events, and I like met people, and everyone was really nice, like super nice, but just didn't feel right, and it didn't fit me. Like all the girls were super nice, but I just didn't imagine myself making like lifelong friendships with them, if that makes sense, or like I don't know, it just didn't feel right and it didn't fit me. So when you're in that situation, I feel like a lot of people give up and just stop trying. But instead of just dropping it and quitting, I decided to research and find different campus ministries, and I looked and looked around, and then I saw this one called Chi Alpha, and so I went to one of their worship services and tried it out, and it was great and I loved it. And then I joined one of their small groups, and it just felt more of what I needed and more my personality style, I guess, like worship style. I don't know, and I met a lot of really nice girls, and so, but I wouldn't have discovered that if I hadn't just gone out and tried it on my own. So if you are a freshman or even just in college and you're getting involved, but then you're like, yeah, this isn't cool, this isn't fun, this isn't me, don't just drop it. Yes, it's okay to drop it, but drop it and find something else. You can always find something, and there's something on campus for you, I'm sure, especially if you're going to a big campus like the University of Alabama. There's so many organizations, whether that's campus ministry, club, honor society, so many things. And so that was kind of like a journey I had this semester. Yeah, I hope I explained that well. Now talking about freshman things. Something I did not realize how much this affected my life was like having a consistent sleeping and eating schedule. Because when you're in high school, you wake up, go to class, eat lunch, go to class, have, meetings, rehearsal, practice, whatever, go home, eat dinner, do homework, relax. Even though there's different events or different things going on that day, it's that consistent class, lunch, class, schedule. Whereas in college, you wake up whenever you want, your classes start at different times every day, your meetings, they're at random times in the day, you could have events in the middle of the day. It's not so consistent day to day. But for me, I don't know, Tuesday and Thursday I had classes that start at 9:30, but on Wednesday I didn't have a class till 2 p.m. So obviously my schedule is different every day, but it's just so hard when my sleeping and eating is inconsistent, and that really messed me up at first, and I didn't know why. It's just, I don't know, it's just something your body needs, like a bodily routine. Next semester, my classes are more consistent. Every day I have class either starting at 8 or 9 a.m., which sounds awful, but I live on campus, and so, I mean, no one loves 8 a.m.s, but it's not like I have to drive and park and walk and all that stuff, so it'll be okay. But I'm just to have more consistency, and I'm gonna try and eat at the same time every day, because that just screws me up. So, but I definitely have a better schedule now, and I also discovered the athletes dining hall is not that far away, and it's a lot better. They have limited options, but the quality of the food's a lot better because it's for the athletes. So, but yeah, you can only go in there though before 1 p.m. Next semester, I'm gonna try and go there every day for lunch, and then go to Fresh Foods before 6 every day for dinner, and I think I'll be a lot happier. But yeah, that was just a struggle finding a routine and getting used to that kind of system. Yeah, struggle. So dining halls, they're okay. All the food, it's just constantly being heated up. You know what I mean? It's not fresh from the oven, it's just on your plate. It's been sitting on a warmer for hours probably, depending on whether you hit the timing right or when you get there. And it's just sad. So that's something I'm excited to have at home. It's just fresh, hot food. My mom's obsessed with food being hot, and I never understood why until now. But yeah. Also the freshman 15. She is unavoidable. She is gonna get you. You won't want her to, but she is. Because all the food in the dining halls, unless you're in the athletes dining hall, it's just carbs, sugar, and salt. Unless you go to the salad bar. Every 3 days they have some good mixed veggies, and the only fruit you can ever find is bananas and apples, and that just gets tiring. And so everything's just carbs and salt and sugar, and it's just hard. But yeah, at the beginning of the semester I was really good. I was like, I'm gonna nip this in the butt before it even happens, because I know everyone talks about the freshman 15. And so the first month I was really good about going to the gym 3 times a week, and I was just running on the treadmill. But yeah, one week I just got sick, and I was like, oh, I'll go the next day, and then the next day it was raining, and then I had a big test coming up, and then I just eventually stopped trying, which I should have kept trying. But yeah, Yeah, freshman 15. Just don't avoid her. She's just gonna get you anyway. No matter what you do, she's there. It's fine. Dorm room experience. I think my dorm room experience is very different from most people because I have suite style dorms, and so I have 3 suite mates and we all have our own bedroom and we share a common area. Our dorm, I've heard crazy stories, but our dorm is pretty quiet. I think because it's the honors dorm, it's just silent for the most part, except for some idiots who like to run down the hallway at like 2 a.m. Other than that. Okay, so fun things. As a marketing major in the business college, they have a lot of different companies or organizations come in and they give workshops and like free talks and whatever. And all of them, like 9 out of 10 times, you have to check, offer free lunch. Like it's like Nukes, like good sandwiches and like Taco Mama. Like, it's so good. And so I've gone to so many of these events for the free lunch. But then you get to hear some cool stuff. Like they had Southwest come and talk about their internships, and there was this guy and he's the CEO of like 3 nonprofits and he saves kids in Africa, and I was just eating my tacos and hearing him talk about how he saves kids in Africa, and I was like, this is great. So if you're a business major at your school, look for those events because you can get free food. Like obviously your dining hall, like it's there, but it's just so nice to have something different and it's free, and usually it's a valuable experience. Just do it. Football games. Alabama football. Yeah, it happened. We're in the national championship, so sorry about it. Everyone hates Alabama who's like doesn't go to Alabama, but that's just because they're sore losers, but it's fine. With students, you get in for like $10, which is a really good deal, and it's just crazy how like spirited everyone is and how happy they are about it, and like just so much energy, and it's just a really fun time. I went to every single home football game, every single one. So yeah, and we had almost an undefeated season. Yeah, I was a little shook by the last game, but it's fine because we had time to rest, and now we're gonna be ready for the Sugar Bowl. Oh yeah, pretzels though are $5 and soda is $4, so about every single time I spend $9 with a soft pretzel and Coca-Cola. Except this last time I got, hold on, I'm gonna get this last time I got the souvenir cup. This like normal soda is $5 and this one's $7. So the very last game I got the $7 one so I could have the souvenir cup of me going to every single home football game. Yeah, really cool. But there's a lot of fun. My favorite game was Ole Miss game. It was one that was at 8 p.m. but I just loved it because we literally just kept scoring. They only got a field goal. We just kept singing Yay Alabama, and it was just so fun. And I had really good seats, and I was on the front of the student section, and it was just with my friends, and yeah, that was a good man. I have a picture on my Instagram from every single football game. Go check it out at Sierra Rachel. But yeah, my friends kind of made fun of me for that, but once it was like going, I was like, I can't stop now, like I have to get a picture every time. Dining dollars. I think most universities have a system like this. So dining dollars is just when you pay a certain amount of money, but then you use it at the different restaurants on campus or maybe around the area. So for here, it's like Chick-fil-A, Auntie Anne's, Starbucks, Subway, and there's like a restaurant nearby called Buffalo Phil's, which has the most amazing buffalo chicken dip, and I only had it once at the beginning of the semester because none of my friends like it, but it's fine. If someone wants to take me, I'd be very happy. So at first I was doing like okay, but then I ran out of Starbucks gift cards and I ran out of dining dollars right before Thanksgiving break, but I've met some people who ran out in the first month. And then my roommates, they still have more than half their dining dollars left. I'm like, what? Like most of mine was used on Chick-fil-A and in that middle part, like Starbucks. What's been the biggest struggle for me is not having my car and having to rely on others to take me places, and like just not having the freedom to go where I want when I want. Because there is a lot on campus, like all my classes and like a decent amount of food, but even just going to the grocery store and I don't know if I need to like run an errand or go to Target. Like there are buses, but they're usually not running all the time, and they're usually not convenient pickup locations. So yeah, so that's been a struggle. Some fun things I did this semester were I went to New York City to visit my best friend. I went to New York City to visit my best friend who goes to Long Island University, and it was so much fun. And we went to the city and we saw Anastasia on Broadway and Kiki Boots, but Anastasia was my favorite, and we sat in the morning and did rush tickets and got a good deal, and like it was so good. It was so beautiful. And we went to Central Park, and it was like beginning of fall, so like the leaves were falling and they were all like yellow. There was a few red ones, but like mainly yellow. But it was just so pretty, and I just want to be there, but it's okay. That was just such an amazing trip. That was during one of our 3-day or 4-day weekends, I guess. Oh, and I love New York pizza. Bianca pizza. It's the best. I was gonna film the main day we went into the city, but I charged my camera battery the night before and forgot to grab it, so that's sad. But then also this semester, me and my roommate Carlo, we went to Nashville and saw Ed Sheeran. His voice, like, and he just does it on his own. I love, he like loops. If you know Ed Sheeran, you know this probably, but he does his foot pedal and he loops the music and like creates it on the spot kind of thing. I don't know, I'm using very bad vocabulary, but he does that, and it's so cool because at first you don't know what song it's gonna be, and you're like, and then when you realize what it is, it's like, but anyway, it was so amazing, and I loved Nashville. And then the next day we just got to explore the surrounding area, and it was really nice, and we stayed in a window my grandma got me. Thanks, G-Ma. Appreciate it. Nashville was so nice, and Ed Sheeran was beautiful. And yeah, it was just, and that was that a 3-day weekend? No, it was a weekend where we had an away game. It was really cool with all the video screens and stuff, and that trip I did film, so I'll link it down below if you want to check it out. So that is all I had to talk about this semester. This is mainly just like me wanting to look back at this and be like, good times. But yeah, and so I'm excited for next semester. I'm applying for a lot of things, and so I want to get more involved in different organizations and stuff. The UADM main event will be next semester in February, so that's gonna be super exciting. Yeah, and my schedule for next semester is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. The main thing I wanted was to get the good professors. That's what's honestly so important, really, because professors make or break a class. I got a job at Starbucks, the one that's 5 minutes walking distance away from here at the Ferguson Student Center, for next semester, so I'm excited about that, just to make some like extra disposable income and hopefully get some free coffee or discounted coffee, because that's the main source of my spending right now. But yeah, so that's another exciting thing next semester. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, just learning about what I experienced in college. If you did, give this a thumbs up and subscribe down below, and I'll post more college-related content next semester. But now I'm gonna go home and maybe post Christmassy videos, so I'm so excited for Christmas. Bye!